Let's go over now on how to do this code a little bit more efficient instead of using a pooling method, using an interrupt routine that will tell you when the timer expires so you can toggle an LED. I'm going to comment this code for now here. I'm going to leave the for loop just to see that it's not going to influence your interrupt routine. And let's see what we need to do in order to parameterize that interrupt routine. We go back to our libraries here, the timer library, scroll down to our directions, and what I need to do is I need to parameterize the NVIC structure and also enable the corresponding interrupt using this function over here. So open declaration, and this function receives the timer 2, and what type of update are we going to use? We're going to use the interrupt update, and new state is going to be enable. Alright, let's copy this, go into our main. So remember that enabling the timer should be your last action. Alright, this is going to be my timer 2, and this one, let's enable the interrupt, and here enable. Great. Now I need information. Let's go back to the top. Here we go. And now it's related with the NVIC. So let's do the NVIC. For the NVIC, if I don't remember how to do the NVIC, I can go and use a project from last week. Let's open the main, and I know that I used the NVIC to parameterize the button, so I'm going to use exactly the same structure over here. And on my main, I just need to call this part here of the NVIC. I don't need that anymore. And great. I'm going to close that project so it doesn't mess up my environment while I'm compiling. And just adjust indentation over here really quick. So from this structure, the only one that I need to change is going to be the channel of your interrupt. So which number are you going to use now? It's not going to be related with your external IO, of course, and it's going to be related with your timer 2. So remember that if I open declaration inside of this file, the .h, you have access here to the NVIC numbers, interrupt specific numbers for the NVIC table, and we are using this timer 2 interrupt number, and I'm going to leave priority 0 and enable, and everything is fine. And now I need to parameterize my interrupt routine. So I go inside of that .s file. Remember that this is where I find information about the name of the handlers. Let's call this guy, and let's go to my main. Oops, sorry. Then declare alright, sweet. Now inside of these is going to be similar again. So if I open my project, open project, let's go over our main, and now our handler here is not going to be external obviously, but pretty much everything is going to be similar to that one. I'm just going to use a different name instead of external. It's going to be related with your timer. So let's pick up, and I'm going to copy this for now just to make kind of it as a template. Close that one, go to my main, paste all that. Let's just take care, do my code. I don't need to do any of these, and let's adjust these. Now I'm not talking about external interrupts, I'm talking about my timers. And also here I want to clear up my timer clear ID pending bit, so these things are going to be exactly the same. And here I want to check my timer 2, and I'm checking my timer interrupt update. Alright, and here I'm going to clean timer 2 update. I'm going to show you where you can find that information. So it's inside of your timers. You're getting the status of that interrupt, and the same thing applies for the pending bit. Inside of timer you have the clear pending bit. You need to identify now which timer are we using, and also the respective flag timer interrupt here. Alright, the register for that, then do my code. So let's toggle here the green LED. I'm going to copy this function, and every time that happens is going to toggle the LED. So let's see if it works. Going to compile this code, have my oscilloscope ready to check if everything is going to run properly. Press play, and hopefully I have, here you go, my LED blinking at 1 second, 500 milliseconds on, 500 milliseconds off, and precisely at running at 1 hertz or 1 second. And the cool part is that if I go to the code, I have the for loop that is not influencing what's happening on the interrupt routine. Everything works as expected.